Hey friends, subscribers, and fellow laundry pirates. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Waleed Cope, aka the Laundry Pirate. Over the past few years, pickup and delivery in our industry has gotten a whole lot of attention. On social media, in the industry, it's just been all the rage. COVID had a big role in that too, because people were on lockdown. They couldn't get out and do their normal activities, chores, grocery shopping, laundry, all those different chores that fall into it. So pickup and delivery became something that people were using more often due to the fact they couldn't get out due to the lockdown. And then let's take into consideration too, there were some laundromats who actually closed during the pandemic, even though we were deemed essential. And, thank you to all, our representatives, the CLA and different associations who are out there lobbying to get us deemed essential. In the past, the barrier entry to do pickup and delivery were really high from economic standpoint as well as resources. Typically you had to have, a laundromat and then you added this pickup and delivery service, et cetera, et cetera. So the barriers of entry were so high. Recent years, the barrier entries have dropped dramatically due to technology advancements in the industry, as well as different partnerships. So in this video today, we're going to answer a question that I got from Farai. I hope I pronounced it right. Forgive me if I didn't. And her question was, that she sent to me is, hey Waleed, I ran into some of your content on YouTube. To be earnest, I loved it. I'm hoping to start a wash and fold business in my city. What do you recommend I have in place without fail? Capital is limited, therefore I like to spend it wisely. If you have a clip for those starting out, I love to watch it. Thanks. So what is wash and fold? People use different names for it in our industry. There's wash and fold, fluff and fold, drop off. They all mean the same thing. All it means is someone is bringing you their garments for you to wash, dry, and fold them and return it to them. Now, that return can happen a couple different ways. They drop it off at the store or your location and then come back and pick it up once it's completed, or you can pick it up and deliver it back to them, also known as PUD, pickup and delivery. In this video, we're going to look at 4 different models for pickup and delivery. And based on the information that Farai gave us, we're going to recommend the model that we think would be best for her situation. So now let's look at the 4 different types of pickup and delivery models. All right, so let's talk about the 4 paths or the 4 models for pickup and delivery for Farai. So traditional model, you have a laundromat and then you decide to add pickup and delivery service. Pretty straightforward. You've got an existing laundromat doing self-service. You say, you know what? We want to add pickup and delivery to increase our revenue. So that's 1. We've got 2, where you have a drop store. And what is a drop store? Just a physical location where garments are going to be dropped off or picked up by your clientele. So in this scenario, there is no washing and folding going on at that drop store. I do know of a couple that have some, setups where they have either basement space or rear space where they do it. But typically the drop store is just the receiving, think logistics. Client drops it off, client picks it up. So you can have a drop store and you add pickup and delivery service to it. Very similar to the laundromat model. Only difference is at the laundromat model, you're going to be doing wash, dry, fold at that laundromat. Your third one is just pickup and delivery, no physical location. It's you to client. What does that mean? You go to the client, you pick up their garments, and then you do the wash and fold. Whether you do it yourself, let's say at home, or you go to a laundromat, make an arrangement with that laundromat to say you get maybe a discount on the machines because you're using them regularly, or maybe you pay some kind of flat rate to rent the space to do it. Whatever you work out with them, and that's something we can talk about more in other videos. Or you partner with another laundromat and you drop it off of them and you pay them a wholesale rate for them to do the wash and fold for you. And then once it's completed, you deliver it back to your client. So that's the third model. And then the 4th model is pickup and delivery only, no physical location, similar to this one. But in this case, you're going from client directly to your partner. So your wholesale partner that does the wash and fold for you. This model is really tricky. Do not recommend this at all if you're just starting, because you're going directly from the client to your partner. And in this model, you could be using your own driver or using the gig economy, but it's really tricky. But we can talk about that more in other episodes. So 4 models: laundromat with pickup and delivery service, drop store with pickup and delivery service, pickup and delivery only, no physical location, you the client, pickup and delivery only again, no physical location, from client directly to your partner. So we've looked at all 4 different pathways / models for pickup and delivery. Now, granted, there are numerous ways you can twist this or different variations to it, but these are the 4 general ones that we came up with that we see most common. So out of those 4, which ones would we recommend for Farai? So based on what she gave us, she stated what are the must-haves, and then she said capital is limited. So we want to give her something that gives her low barrier entry so she can get in quickly and start generating revenue, making a profit. Let's not just talk about gross. We're talking about making a profit, so then she can take those profits and reinvest them in the business to grow it. Based on the information Farai provided us with, I'm going to go with option number 3 for her. And let me break down why. 1, it's pickup and delivery from her to the client. So that means she'll go pick it up, wash, dry, fold it herself, or have a partner wash, dry, fold it for her, and she will pay them the wholesale rate. And it's going to be the lowest barrier entry for her to get into this. So the $1 million question Farai is probably asking while she's watching this video is, okay, Wally, you told me to go with option number 3. What the heck do I need? And what do I need to do to start option number 3? Well, Farai, I've got that for you. I'm not going to leave you hanging. So there's 5 things I would say that you should have to launch option number 3 for a pickup and delivery for you. Number 1 would be a website. You want to have a website that represents your brand, your image, and how you want the client to perceive your wash and fold business, your pickup and delivery service, right? The colors, the logo and all that, it's totally up to you, but you want to have a website. You must, not even you want to, you must, you should. I highly recommend that you have a website. You need a digital presence. That's number 1. Number 2, an email for your business with your own domain. Now, just so we're clear, when I say an email with your own domain, let's assume your laundry service business name is Done For You Laundry, right? So your domain is going to be doneforyoulaundry.com. So that's your website where people are going to go to visit and see all about your service. You want your email address to be help, support, order, Farai, whatever, at doneforyoulaundry.com. Now, let me stress how important it is to have your own email with your domain. And I don't want to upset or offend anyone, but we're just calling it like it is. You don't want to use Gmail, Yahoo, or AOL for your business name, your business email. Like, you just don't want to do that. You want to provide people with the utmost assurance. You want them to have confidence in your business that you have a professional and reputable establishment. And I'm not saying it's anything wrong with it. I see plenty of businesses that have whatever their business name is at Gmail, at Yahoo, at AOL. Like, do people really still use AOL now that I think about it? But it's just not the best message you want to convey. So I urge you, yes, they're free. And it's like, yeah, Wally, I'm trying to keep this super lean. But there's other things you can save cost on just don't do it on that. Like having an email address at your domain is very, very, very inexpensive, especially depending who you buy your domain from and how you manage it, etc. So that's number 2, an email address for your business with your domain. Number 3, you're going to need some type of ordering form or ordering POS system for your pickup and delivery. So what do I mean by that? When people go to your website, they're going to need a mechanism to place that order. So you can create an order form, which is really simple, really inexpensive. And then they would fill out the information, and then the order form would send that information to you, like by email or in a Google Sheets or some type of method where it will record that information, transmit it to you so you know who the client is, what they're ordering from you, and when you need to pick it up and deliver it back to them. The ordering form is going to be very low cost, if any cost at all. The POS ordering system is going to cost you something. And there are different type of providers out there that are specifically focused on the laundry industry. I'm not going to go into naming any of them in this video, but you can Google it and look into all the plus and minuses and the cost for each one. The advantages of having that POS ordering system is it will take the client who's making the order through a user journey and process it it'll be a lot more streamlined for them through that ordering process. And then they can add modifiers and different things like that, reoccurring deliveries, etc. It'll make it easier for you, but there's going to be a cost to it. So that's number 3, some type of ordering mechanism on your website to capture the information to make the order. Number 4, if you're not using one of the laundry POS or business management system to capture that order, you're going to need some type of payment system. So when they make that order, you need to capture the payment. You need to charge them. So whether you use a Stripe, a Square, what else is out there? PayPal, etc., to process the payment from your clients. And you can choose and look into which ones are best for you. You can integrate them into your website, or you can have it where it charges them afterwards. You get the order, you pick up the laundry, you weigh it, you enter the details, you send it to the client so they know how much it's going to cost. And maybe you provide them with a link, or there's a QR code they scan, and then you capture that payment from them. Number 5, the last one on the list, is a scale. Yes, you're going to need the scale because you're going to have to weigh the laundry so you know how much to charge them. Now, some of you might say, well, Wally, I don't want to charge by the pound. I want to charge by the bag. If you choose to go by the bag, you're still going to need a scale. And the reason I say you're still going to need the scale, because you want to know how much clothing came in based on the pounds, and you want to know how much clothing you're giving back to them so you can track accuracy. And that's a whole nother conversation we can have, and we'll explore in later videos, also in the upcoming issue of Wash Weekly. So number 5 is a scale, whether it's for pricing the order or for just making sure you track the weight properly of what you received and what you give back to your client. That's a breakdown of the recommendation I have for you for Rye. Hopefully this video has answered your question and maybe spark some new questions for you too about how to start pickup and delivery or how to get into pickup and delivery. And hopefully it's given everyone else too some more insight into it, maybe spark some more questions for you also, or giving you some different ways to look at either modifying your current pickup and delivery based on those 4 models, or adding pickup and delivery to your existing laundry business. If it didn't answer questions you have, feel free to reach out to me on LinkedIn or washweekly.com, and I'll be glad to answer your questions in any way I can. Thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you in the next video, and have a great day.